Hello and good morning. Welcome to part 4 of our intro to After Effects, uh, where we are going to cover exporting our project. So we've done some transformations, we've done some video effects, and we're satisfied with whatever assignment or video that we have going, and we want to export it so that we can submit it. So we're going to go to the upper left corner and go to File, and under File we will go to Export. Now normally you had these two options, which was to add to render queue, which would render your video inside After Effects, and then you had Adobe Media Encoder queue, which was a separate software that the only thing it does is handle exporting videos and changing the format of videos. So maybe you didn't want an MP4, maybe you want an MP3. We're going to use that because after around 2020, Adobe has stopped supporting rendering videos in After Effects. There's still a use case for exporting inside After Effects, but to keep things very basic, we're just going to stick with Media Encoder. Alright, so when you click Add to Media Encoder, separate software is going to open up. This is Adobe Media Encoder. It looks like a lot to learn, but really we're just touching really two things, honestly. And the first one is going to be where it says, I believe, waveform audio. You're going to get a loading screen like this. This is normal. It's sort of Adobe Media Encoder's way of talking to After Effects. So it's looking at your project in real time. Actually, we want to go to WAV right here. Yeah, okay. So, you have all these options. We are going to look for H.264. Because H.264 as a format is MP4. It's what everybody uploads to YouTube. It's what anything on the internet. Almost all of it uses MP4, and the format for that is H.264. There is HVEC, which is 265. You can use that as well, but H.264 is definitely going to work. Sometimes 265 will not. And then after that, you have presets here. So if maybe your video wasn't in 1080p, now's a good time to do it to 1080p. Generally, you can scale the resolution to the same or a lower resolution. It's not really recommended you try to render your video to be a higher resolution, just because we're talking about just pixels that don't exist. Your computer will try to do it, but it's just going to take up a lot of space on your computer and not look so great. So we'll keep this as it is. It's going to try to match the original video to look as good as that was. And then we do want video. We don't really have audio. If we did have audio in our videos that we didn't want to export, we can just uncheck that. It looks like we've saved about 1 megabyte for taking that off, so that's great. The smaller the file, always better. And then we click output name. This is going to tell Media Encoder we want to put this video here. And for me, I'm going to put it on my desktop. You can store it wherever you'd like. And of course, here is where you would name your project. So we can name this first project done. .mp4, click save, click OK. You're going to let Media Encoder kind of load up your new presets and settings. You can see it's switched to 264. It's going to save to the desktop. And then all you have to do is click play. Wait for the encoder down here. You'll see this at the bottom. It's now rendering your video and all your effects. It's going to give you a guesstimate of how long it'll take. Of course, a little preview. Now's a good time. Maybe grab a coffee, take a break, get some water, stretch your legs. It's one of the perks if you ever wanted to be a video editor. There's always going to be a render time duration. Okay, now that our video has finished encoding, you'll notice that the encoding part disappears at the bottom. Status will switch to done, and because I put this on my desktop, if I go down here and I open up my desktop here, you can see that my first project done, which is right here, is finished. It's 21 megabytes. I click play. There's my finished video, ready to turn in to your professor or maybe even edit this video. I hope you enjoyed the intro to After Effects. Follow along on the next series where we start getting into some of the more advanced aspects of After Effects. But for now, this is all you need to know to get started in After Effects.